everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to bring you my last unboxing for the month, and this is the September Fairy Loot box, and this is actually pretty heavy, so I don't want to take forever because I don't know what's all in this box. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I mentioned in my Hoot Loot unboxing that I think the book in this box might be the same. I don't know yet, so we will see once I get to that. But anyway, the theme for the month of September was all that sass, and here is a spoiler card for this month. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm seeing right on top is a candle from In the Wick of Time, and it is High Warlock, and the scent is sandalwood, incense, and lavender. I kind of like this scent. I'm not the biggest fan of lavender, but I can deal with it when it's mixed with other stuff. If I remember correctly, when they announced that In the Wick of Time was going to be in this month's box, they did announce that only Fairy Loot subscribers would be able to purchase a full size of this candle. I'm not exactly sure if I will be doing that because I don't know if I like the scent enough to get a full size candle, but that is, I think, a really nice option. I really appreciate that there's not a whole lot of like little purple papers. It's just a little bit, but that probably means that this box is packed, which is always nice. So the next thing that I see in here is this, and it is, what is this? Oh, it's hot chocolate. It's from the company Bronte & Co. I think that's what that says. And it's hot chocolate for sassy demigods, and that is really cute. And I'm assuming that that is Percy Jackson on the picture of this. I've only read like the first 3 books of Percy Jackson, and I really don't remember too much. I do want to finish that. That's not important for this video. But this is really cute, and I cannot wait to try this out. I feel like this is a good option for people who don't like coffee or tea. This is vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, and 100% natural for the people that that's important to. So I can't wait to try this out, and it's a pretty good packet. And like looking briefly at the back, you only need a cup of water and then a teaspoon of the powder. So the next thing I see in here looks like a magnet, and it is this. This is really pretty. It says, "I solemnly swear that I am up to no good." And it has like a key with wings on it, which is one of the scenes from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, I believe. But this is really cute, and this was designed by Ink and Wonder Designs. We're gonna take this out the bag. Oh my goodness. So the next thing you get here is a beanie, and it says "Rob Little Stars," and this was made by Fairy Loot according to the little tag that's on here. And it's just like a winter beanie with the pom-pom on top, and I think this is really cute. I haven't read the Throne of Glass series. I've only read the first book, but I do own almost the entire series. I don't have Tower of Dawn yet because I decided not to pre-order that this time around, but I do own the rest of the books. So I do plan on reading the entire series. I think I'm going to just wait till the last book comes out and just read them all together, or read them all next year. But anyway, this is really cute, and I like the quote that this comes from. So yeah, this really, I mean, I've gotten beanies and hats, in boxes before, but this is like a really good, this is a really good one, and it's thick. So if it's cold, which even though I live in Texas, there are moments where it can get really cold, especially since the times that I leave out for work. It can get pretty cold, so this would be nice for around those times. So I just double checked the spoiler card about the hat, and it said that it was designed by Reverie Ink. Okay, so the next thing that's in here is a tote bag, and it looks like it says the same thing on both sides, and it says, "There's plenty of sense and in nonsense sometimes if you wish to look for it." And this looks like it is a quote from Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. And I really like these colors, which I couldn't really see from the back, but I really like the coloring on this. I do have quite a few tote bags, but the 2 that I have gotten from Fairy Loot boxes, I feel like are really nice quality, and they feel really sturdy. I don't really have a use for them at the moment, but I'm pretty sure I can find, something to do with them. So the next thing is I see in here looks like a promotional item for Tower of Dawn, which I was just talking about earlier. And just says, "Hope you cannot steal it and you cannot break it." And yeah, it was just like a promotional bookmark for Tower of Dawn, and I really like the way this looks. And on the back it just has more quotes and information on it, and this is already out. So the next thing that I see in here is a chapter sampler for The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. And I actually don't need this because I got a copy of this book in last month's Outcrate box, I believe. Or no, it might not have been last month. I think it was in July's Outcrate box. I got a copy of this book. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this sampler because I don't need it, but this is a really nice addition to have in the box in case you haven't read it and wasn't sure if you wanted to read it or not. The next thing that I see in here is this notepad, and I'm guessing like the box got moved around because one of the pages has already come off, but that's okay. I could just leave it on there until I use it. But it says anything worth doing starts with a bad idea. And this, I really like this artwork on here. This is really nice, and I like getting notepads, but sometimes I don't like getting them with designs on them because I don't want to use them. But I'm sure I can find some way to use it, and then I could probably just stick it in my journal so I could keep at least a few of the pages with designs on them. So this was designed by Alexis Lampley, and it was inspired by Nikolai Lansov, I think that's his name. So the last thing that I see in here before the book is a couple of prints, and I will have to check the spoiler card because I'm not exactly sure who these prints are of. These prints are both exclusive and feature Carswell Thorne and Delilah Bard. So I'm guessing this one is Carswell, and then this one is Delilah, and this is from the Lunar Chronicle series, and it says this is from the Darker Shades of Magic series. I haven't read either yet. I do plan on reading both of these series, but I have not started either yet, so I'm sure these will have more meaning to me once I read both of those series. But these look really nice. So we're going to move on to the book, and I saw a little sneak peek as I was reading the card. So I do know what the book is, and it actually is the same of the book that I just received in my Fairy Loot box. But this one is supposed to have something exclusive, or the Fairy Loot copy is supposed to have something exclusive, so I will just go through that. So the book that was in this month's Fairy Loot is Even in the Darker Stars by Heather Fawcett, and like it mentioned in when they announced the theme, they have exclusive foiling. You can see the difference between the two. This is the copy that came in the Fairy Loot. I don't really know if you can see the foiling, and then this is the normal copy that I got in my Hoot Loot box. And I don't really know which one I like better. I do like the foil, but I do also like that in this one you can see like the sky, because like the stars and the different colors in the sky come through the title of the book, and I really enjoy that. So I don't really know, which one I'll be keeping. They pretty much look the same, so I'm not really sure which one I'll be keeping. And I'll probably like try to sell the other one or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I will figure it out at some point. Like I mentioned in that video, I have never heard of this book, so I don't know what it's about. But I am interested in seeing what it's about because the cover is really intriguing. It looks like there's going to be some ship adventures or something like that. And then, as always, with this box, or with the book, came an exclusive letter from the author, which matches the cover, and I think this is really nice. And there is also a signed book plate, which also matches the cover of the book. And then there is the monthly bookmark that matches the spoiler or theme card for the month. So on the back it has the month and then the theme of the box, and then the art that matches the spoiler card, which is right here. So it just takes a little snippet out of the information card and put it on the bookmark as well, which I really enjoy. And then we also have the Fairy Loot Reading Buddies card. So my number is 23614. And then also we have the Fairy Scoop for the month. So inside there is a letter from the author as well as some books to read. Next, if you enjoyed the book that was in this box, and I think I have actually heard of all of these books. I have read one of the entire series, and another one I own the entire series that is currently out, a physical copy. And then on the back there is some information about next month's box. So the theme of the October box is villainous. I'm pretty sure I know what the book is because I've only heard of one book that kind of matches the theme about that, but that is completely fine. It sounds really interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading it if that is the book for next month. And then they also announced that we will be receiving a second hardcover book. So we will be receiving an exclusive edition of The Language of Thorns, which I'm really happy about because I wanted to get it, but I knew I was going to put it off because although I did read the Grisha trilogy, I don't own it. So I'm just like, this is something that I don't necessarily need. I would like to read it at some point, but I don't need it right now. But now I will be getting it in the box, so I'm really looking forward to that. As always, I was really happy with everything that came in this box. I feel like I could find a use for almost everything, if not everything, in the box. The only thing that I really don't feel like I can have any use for is this sampler, just because I already own the book. So yeah, that's that, but that's okay. I could probably like pass it on, maybe just leave it somewhere so somebody else can, you know, pick it up, check it out, and maybe they'll end up buying a book because of it. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.